Do you know what time it is? It's silver and gold time. Now let's get straight into it. Do not place trade based on this video, guys. Trading is risky and it can cause substantial and financial loss. Trust me, guys. I know when I make stupid mistakes, when I trade too much, etc., 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 I get my ass handed to me. Now, moving on to what? Moving on to silver and gold. Let's have a look at silver and gold chart now, and let's see what's happening here, guys. The move has started. For me, what I believe is the move has started in silver and gold, and we are now likely to start to see the move up and continuing from here, moving up, continue up, moving up, continue up, moving up, continue up, moving up, continue up. Yeah, right? Moving up, continue up, moving up, continue up, moving up, continue up, moving up, continuing up from here. I believe that yesterday's bar, that what happened yesterday or on Friday last week, I believe that is the breakout of the start of the move to see more upside. Now, the first thing I want to share with you guys is I want to go to the SLV and then also GLD. And I want to share something with you guys that tells me that we are now likely to continue up, hold it from here, grab these little suckers and go for a run back up towards these highs up here. Now, and I'm showing, let me actually, all right, settle down, John. Now, what do we see through here, guys, right? What do we see through here? We see what? We see this market through here, right? We see this big triangle pattern through here. And you know what? Let me just bring up one with that, with just nothing on it all. And I want to bring up, say, this one right here, right? So the first thing, what do we see? We see this nice breakout of this here, very nice big breakout. And we had this whole resistance level through here, which could have broken down, but it didn't. It actually broke what? It broke back up. What was that? It broke back up. Queer, right? So straight up. Now, what? Now this here, let me go to the candlestick chart now for a minute, because you guys can see that a lot better, a lot clearer. You can see here, right? Nice break above this resistance line. Very, very, very bullish sign. Now, this is the gold chart. Let me actually go to the GLD price here, and I'll show you what I mean here. Now, this is the up bar, but look at the volume in this sucker. Something's happening in the market right now, guys, and beware, right? Reading the market, reading the chart is the most important thing you can do. And see what's happening right now, right? The gold price, we actually got a breakout. Now, I'm going to the GLD to see how much volume was actually how much volume was actually placed in the GLD price, because that gives me good guidance, a good gauge of what's actually happening in the markets. Now, looking at gold, looking at GLD, looking at gold, looking at these markets, looking at these things through here, guys, we're seeing this market move up. Now, let me go show you what happened with silver. Silver, yeah, yeah. Now, moving on now to silver. What happened with silver? Silver had a nice, decent breakout, right? Nice breakout of this whole triangle pattern through here. And we see that we definitely had this entire resistance through here. And now we're getting a bit of a sell-off day today. But I believe this little breakout here is indeed the breakout. We're likely to start seeing more upside. Now, what gives me that confidence, guys? Again, look at the volume. Look at the volume that has happened with this breakout here on this triangle pattern, right? Nice big triangle pattern overall through here, triangle pattern, and we're now getting a break up, and we're getting a break up and out. All right, so let's go back to the actual silver price itself. This is the silver price. We're getting a break up and out of this triangle pattern. So more downside is likely to come when it comes to basically. When it comes to this silver chart, broken down, broken up, and if we just look at the overall picture, guys, for the weekly charts and so on and so forth, that tells me, guys, we're getting ready, we're holding here, and we're getting ready to blast off to the high side. Looking at the charts now, let me go show you what I see on some of the other markets through here. Now, the first market I want to share with you, or one thing I want to share with you, is the GDX, right? This is obviously the gold miner stocks here. Look what's happened through here, right? We've got a lot of what? We've got a lot of volume through here. Now, let's actually bring this here. I want to share something with you guys that it's incredible what you learn from a chart when you read the chart and see what's actually going on through here. Now, what's happened through here, guys? We actually broke down. The first thing I want to share with you guys is that this big long-term trend line. Notice how it's holding this long-term trend line here. Now, let's go back to the 3-month chart. 3-month chart is doing what? Let's actually bring this back to layman's terms. What was this here? This one here was the lowest low, which was the support, right? Then we broke back down. Look what happened. Resistance. But notice how we're having problems breaking down out of this. What are we doing overall? We're going what? We're going sideways overall, aren't we? We're not breaking down. The sellers are having hard time breaking this back down. But you can see resistance, resistance, resistance. And it even actually rejected it last week here, looking at the silver and looking at this GDX price. Now, here's what I'm saying here, guys, looking at this GDX price and looking at what we're seeing here right now. If indeed we do, guys, we start to get a nice break above here, a nice break above this level here, this entire move here is likely to be what I call a false breakout or a bear sucker rally. When the market had a low, it breaks back down, it goes sideways, and then breaks back up. If that happens, guys, if we get that break up on the GDX, we have a really, really high probability chance of breaking up and then going back to running to the high side over here as well too. On the GDX price. This is now a bear sucker rally and a break back up. And the market continues up, right? Like a little gallop horse. And this thing is likely to move up quickly and fast. I would say within a few weeks, maybe a bit shorter, maybe a bit longer, somewhere there, maybe a month. But we're likely to see that move back up to the top there. Now, looking at what? Looking at the overall, this overall weekly chart here on the GDX. What do we see? Once again, guys, we see this overall, let me bring this up maybe through there, somewhere through there. Right, so we can see what? We can see that the overall breaking of this downtrend, now continuing up, come down a little lower low. And as you can see on this weekly chart, guys, it's so critical, guys, that you see this and you read it from the actual market. You had this low point through here. You had this sideways action through here. If we do get, especially a nice weekly closer back above here, guys, guess what that tells us? Little bear sucker rally. And that tells me, guys, that little sucker rally is now getting ready for a move to the high side. Now you're probably thinking to me saying, "What are you talking about, John? What are you talking about there? Moving to the high side, moving to the downside, etc., etc., etc." Now let me actually just show you this here. Let me go and I'll show you what ended up happening on this is the GDXJ price. It's not the junior miner price is not so much clear, but the GDX is actually showing that. And let me just show you what ended up happening back here, guys. Look at this thing through here now, guys. This is a weekly chart, right? Actually, let me go back to a daily chart. Let me see if I can show you what ended up happening on a daily chart. All right, let me go back. Actually, let me go back here. Now, this is a daily chart, and let me bring up, say, a 2-day chart here. So we might be able to get a bit more data. All right, cool. Bingo bangos, thank you, man. Bingo bangos, thank you, man. Bingo bangos, thank you, man. Now, what do we see through here, guys? What do we see? We saw what? We saw this big major support level through here for quite some time. And then what do we see? We saw the market break down past support, failed to follow through, and then it broke back up. As this market was breaking back up through here, that would say, hang on a minute, especially when you looked at this price here, right? Especially when you say, oh, hang on a minute. It broke down, it went sideways, and now it's breaking back up. As that this was the last high point through here. It's now making a higher high. Bulls in control. Look at that. That was the breakdown. Before what? Before what do we get? And I'm not saying we're going to get this, but look at that big rally afterwards. It was the last bear sucker rally before the run. So if we actually get a brother break up through here, guys, I believe on the short term we'll actually make this highest point, but I believe this actually could be the start of a big rally or a nice good 30% rally back up to the highs here, looking at this price here, right? This is the last little sell-off, and boom, we actually break out and break to the high side. So, major move is about to start in gold and also silver and gold based on what I'm seeing in this video here. And it's really interesting because if you actually saw my stock market update video, if you haven't, go to my YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it there. You can see the Dow Jones looks like we're going to get a decent pullback. Gold and silver looks like we're getting ready for a rally up. And it's interesting, we haven't got the big pullback yet, but there's a lot of volume coming into silver and gold right now. So there we go, guys. Have a great day.